Hello and welcome back to the Steam Next Fest, where I am checking out a variety of games and their demos, including this one, which finally asks the question that everyone else was afraid to ask: how many dudes? A dude builder, not a deck builder, a dude builder roguelike, where you recruit an army of dudes to fight ridiculous battles. Sir, you had my curiosity, but now you have my attention. How many dudes does it take to beat up a gorilla? 1,000 toddlers, a horse-sized duck, a god. Enter your dude ranch and find out. Uh, I already like this premise. So yeah, butterscotch shenanigans being the operative word here. I'm picking up what you're putting down. I like it. So let's look at the back of the box. If I was to go into a game store in the 80s or 90s, as I did, I'd pick it up, I'd look at the cover, I'd switch to the back of the box, and I'd look at, like, what is this developer telling me that their game is about? What's the promise that it's trying to deliver on? About this game, how many dudes is an auto battle roguelike that sees to answer one of humanity's oldest questions? How many dudes does it take? Again, $1,000, silverback gorilla, horse-sized duck, god. Recruit your dudes. Welcome to the Dude Ranch, where you recruit and manage your ever-expanding army of dudes. Choose from a wild cast of dude families, undead dudes, working dudes, warrior dudes, and many more. Set up your dude roster and mix and match dudes to form ridiculous synergies. I like where your head's at. Like zombie dudes who get stronger as other dudes fall in battle, or ninja dudes who enter the arena shrouded in shadow. If you're giving me tactical dude play, I'm here for it. That sounds cool, because like what sounded like, oh, this is an original concept. It's fun, cute. How many bodies can you just throw at a thing until you overwhelm it? To answer the question, how many dudes does it take? That is a fun question. But if you're giving me tactical dude play and some synergies that I can create, now we're getting into something. Each run brings a fresh batch of dudes for you to choose from. Can I farm my dudes? Can I feed dudes to other dudes to make those dudes stronger? These are the questions I have. Create game-breaking synergies with your roster of dudes with strange powers. Collect dozens of dude relics that warp the rules of the battle. Make your wizard dudes fling a volley of fireballs. Your ninja dudes under stealth after kill, or working dudes generate more cash with each win. Choose your dudes wisely, as everyone must. Okay, then these are kind of the pillars, right? Strategic auto batter roguelike, full of game-breaking synergies, dozens of dude types, relics, boss fights, infinite replayability, and absurdity. It's Slay the Spire meets totally accurate battle simulator, but everybody's a dude. You know what? I appreciate this. Sometimes gamers get very reductive, where we try to compare everything to everything else. But I appreciate that you wear your heart on your sleeve in this regard and just tell us what you're about, because that sets some expectations. So without any further ado, let's jump over to the game itself and see if we can answer that question. Okay, I had to pause it briefly. It really didn't like that I had to switch windows there. So now let's get the music back on. And we'll take a look at the settings. I've kind of turned the volume up here. Yeah, that should do it. Hopefully it's a pretty good mix, and move the music down just a little bit more. Sound effects volume, yeah, love it. Resolution automatic. I love the dark UI mode. Regular is this red, which I found just a little bright for me, so I went ahead and put the black on. I do like that there's UI scaling. Kill feeds require merchant dismissal. If the settings enabled, you can't start a fight until you dismiss your merchant, dude. Okay, sure. Gore, absolutely. Pop up. Full screen flashes, sure. Ranch bouncing. How much your dudes should bounce around in the ranch. Reduce the setting if you experience motion sickness in the ranch. If your dudes are causing, if you have so many dudes moving so frantically they cause you motion sickness, you can get rid of ranch bouncing. We're going to try it, and we'll see how many dudes it takes to give me motion sickness. And maybe that'll be another question we answer. And then allows anonymous data collections. Yeah, I don't care. Here we go. Jump in. Round one, I have a regular dude trying to fight 10 toddlers, 1,000 ducks. So can I buy more dudes? Okay. Pop up. How much damage do you do per second? How fast you move, and what your health is. Let's fight him. Okay, I like that there's a kill feed. Yeah, we did it. One regular dude can in fact beat up 10 toddlers, but he will take 39 damage doing that. Okay, we need more dudes. I agree. Post a flyer to attract a new type of dude to the ranch. A Viking dude or a wizard dude. Next fireball. For 3 seconds at a random enemy, dealing damage, equal 50% of his DPS to all enemies in the blast area. I like that we are tagging them. Fantasy dudes use magic and otherworldly abilities to empower themselves. So these tags, I believe, will probably come into play later. Berserk Rage. Each time a Viking deal deals damage on an enemy has a 5% chance to go berserk. And attack speed and run speed. As much as I love Dishonest Wizardry, I'm going to have to go with the Viking because I like the idea of powering up and every time you attack. So yeah, now do I have to breed my dudes? Like, I don't know what to say. You probably had a more difficult way to say that, but I have to breed my dudes, or how do I get more dudes of the same type? Okay, so these are the rounds that are coming. So another relic will be earned. Then I get a flyer to post for another dude. Then I have a merchant after another fight that earns more cash. So this is how I spend my cash, right? Maybe the merchant will tell me how to get more dudes or other dudes and dude accessories, Bobby. Round 6 flyer. Okay, so this tells me what's coming, and then it culminates in a boss encounter. And there's my winnings. I like this. I like this UI. I like how simple it is. But it's very informative. I love the tooltips, and then I can arrow over. I like that I got, to see exactly what my dude roster is doing. Yeah, and I can choose, apparently. Am I choosing? So it's a risk reward. Okay, so I can get $100, 101 to fight 4 little ducks and 7 toddlers, or $152 if I go with 3 duck-sized horses, 3 mallard ducks. I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go big or go home. Duck-sized horses I gotta see too. So let's go. Nice, very nice. We did take some damage. We did. It was not as one-sided as I thought it was going to be. I wish that there was, and maybe there was, I missed the Disclaimer Award. Your flyers attracted some dudes. Oh, so okay, so once you post a flyer, do you keep getting dudes of that type because the flyer stays up? I don't know. You found a relic stash, but you can only take one because of your tiny hands. Motivational poster. All dudes gain 10% damage. Rage bait. When a dude takes damage that drops his health below 38%, he gains 100% cleave for 3 seconds. And universal don't care. All dudes gain 10% maximum HP. You know what? As my old raid healer used to tell me, you do 0 DPS if you're dead. So we're gonna go with max HP. So yes, we do. We have 2 Viking dudes now. When we get into a fight, or when we're doing it, so okay, now you see my buffs are stacking here. 30 toddlers or 10 little ducks. We're going big. 30 toddlers. Now, here's the thing. Get wrecked, kids. I wish there was, you give me arrows. I wish there was some mouse over tooltips for when I'm fighting to see if they have special abilities or anything like that that I should be aware of in a specific fight. Obviously, not worried about toddlers, but as we progress, that would be cool just to see what's their individual HP, what's their base damage per toddler. The DPT, man, what's the damage per toddler? Okay, wanted medic dudes heals almost 300 dudes every time the medic dude deals a total of 50 damage. Alright, and I like that there's movement speed and their DPS and stuff. How much damage I can take. Crit and how much they heal. Alright. And they're classified as a warrior type. Interesting. Fantasy. Every 4 attacks the bard dude plays a song that inspires 4 random dudes, increasing their damage and run speed by 4%. For 4 seconds, and it stacks him 4 times. Alright, he's like a buffer, but he does not noticeable damage. And another warrior here, the Felix Scorn dude has 20% chance to block attacks aimed at nearby dudes. so keeping our dudes alive more. I increased the health, right? I got the health care to get the HP. I did just say, like, if you need 0 DPS if you're dead, so I kind of want to lean towards the medic dude, because the damage here is not that much less. And he's offering something different. He's still classified as a warrior type. I think I go with the medic dude. We're going to set a foundation of keeping our dudes alive and keeping them in the fight and minimizing dude losses. And then, because that will then translate to DPS in the battlefield, right? That's the hope. You can reorder your roster by clicking and holding a dude type and then dragging it to a new slot. So is that telling me that that's going to prioritize that dude as a recruiting? You can reorder your roster by clicking and holding a dude and then dragging it. Okay. So yeah, I'll put a regular dude at the bottom, medic on the top, and the 2 Viking dudes here. Alright, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So I'm going up against 4 rats and 7 little ducks versus 12 duck side horses. Size horses. I wish this was a mouse over tooltip, so I could see, like, what am I getting myself into, if, you know, just as their basic stats, anything. You know, just like I've got this here, a similar pop-up for these guys would be kind of helpful. If, you know, if it exists, if it's possible. I'm going against the little horses, man, because I don't know what rats do. Again, see, this would be the kind of thing, if I moused over and I was like, oh, rats have a chance to spread a disease or poison you or something like that, I'd be like, ooh, no thank you. But I'm going with the horses. Okay, so I put the heals going off, and my medic is taking way too much damage. The other thing that would be really cool, get wrecked, pony. The other thing that'd be cool is if I had a chance to place some dudes, like tactical dude placement at the beginning of the round. Now, if you got hundreds of dudes, that would be a problem. But even if I could, like, pick 10 dudes and strategically place them, like, make sure my medic is in the middle of all my guys and away from immediate danger, that would be cool. Attracted some more dudes now. Oh, yeah. So we've got 1 medic already. The 1 to 2, the 2 to 1 ratio, I think, is pretty good to preserve. But let's get some more damage. The 3rd dude. All right, merchant time. Merchant dude arrives. We got the dude juice, which to revive unconscious dudes, if used in the ranch, provides 10 dudes. Used in battle, provides 5 dudes of full HP. Why is it free? Get or free? I don't understand. Dude juice is it literally is free. So yes, I'll take the dude juice. Let's make them real dudes. It's milked. It's milked for actual dudes. Motivational poster, which we saw that already. Now, again, 10% damage. Being burrito, when a dude gets knocked out, it creates a burst of toxic gas when he lands. Cute. Dealing damage equal to 4 times the DPS to nearby enemies when he gets knocked out. I don't like. I mean, it's cool. It's cool, but I tend not to invest in these kind of games, in any kind of game where it's like, hey, if you lose, a thing happens. I'd rather just win. Teleports a group of dudes to a location of your choosing and grants them temporary health for 25% of their max HP and lasts until depleted. That's cool. Or the motivational poster, which is just more damage. We do with just more damage. I'd rather see, this is all the time. Good things are happening all the time, rather than situational things. I don't know if it's a sound strategy. It's just kind of like, that's where my head's at. Okay, 51 toddlers, right? 51 toddlers. We got this. But I wish I could have a deployment place. Nice. Yeah, that's what you could call it. You call it a dude-ployment phase instead of deployment. Dude-ployment. And you have a certain number, or maybe all of your guys, or up to a certain number of people that you can strategically, now you know where the guys are going to start. Maybe a relic unlocks it. There's a certain relic that allows you to get the dude playment phase, where you can strategically place a couple of dudes. That would be cool. Yeah. Claim that reward. More dudes. I think now we get another medic. Not good. And then we get another Viking after that, or another warrior type, damage type after that, and we do that 2-to-1 ratio for a little while. Because like I said, the medic's, it's not like he's not doing work. He's still got more crit than a regular dude. He's still doing as much damage as a regular dude, so why not? 3 goats and 10 Zex-sized horses. I'm staying away from the rats, man. I'm going for the big money. Also, this might be a way for a medic to heal each other. Right? Now we have multiple medics. Let's think about this. Cleric dudes, so fantasy, warrior, and undead. And right now we've been building definitely in the warrior type. And I don't know if there's a reward for that. Warrior dudes use precision coordinated attacks and work together to outsmart their opponents. That's cool. Is that a type, or is there a synergy that's going to come up later that's going to like, oh, you unlock a relic that only impacts your warrior dudes? That's what I'm kind of thinking. Every 3 seconds, the knight dude taunts up to 5 nearby enemies to focus their attacks on him. So we got DPS, we got healers, we don't have a tank. Guess what? We have a tank now. Zombie dudes gain 25% bleed for every unconscious dude. Zombie dudes barely have a brain, so they recover from knockouts after only 1 round. Oh, I didn't know recovery. So we're down, guy, yeah, because we lost a dude. So we're only rolling with 1 medic right now. Didn't know that was a thing. Or Divine Pulse, the cleric, 2 seconds of cleric dude creates a pulse. The most injured dude, the pulse heals the dudes for 100% of their cleric. I think I stick with my plan. We have the DPS, we have a healer, warrior. We don't have a tank. Well, now we do. Yes! You found some crap. I don't want to make me laugh so much, but I really like the, hey, found some crap. Pocket dice. And so it rerolls the relics found in the relic stash, rerolls flyers, and restocks the inventory of the merchant dude. Dude, nice. This game's got a pretty good sense of humor. When I first looked at it, I was like, these are going to be like, there's a chance to be pretty good, or it's got a chance to be terrible. It depends on how seriously it takes itself, and if it's just gimmicks, or if they actually put some thought and some creativity into it. And so far, this definitely seems like there's some real heart and thought and creativity to it. It's not just a slapdash like, oh, let's make a meme into a game. Like, this actually has some stuff. All right, so this is reviving unconscious dudes, and it can revive up to 10 dudes. I've only got 1 dude. If this revives up to 10, it seems like using it on 1 dude. Oh, but okay, you want me to do it. All right. Since the game is telling me to do it. I like it. Look at that knight. He's a bigger dude. So yeah, I need to do deployment phase. Now what's coming next? We have a fight, and then we're into another relic round. Okay, cool. Ooh, ducks versus toddlers. Which one do I hate more? I'm going to go with the money. I have nothing against ducks. If these were geese, I'd go for it, because I have had to deal with parking lot geese way too many times over the course of my career. I would absolutely fight them all day, every day, but I'm going to go with their cousins, the mallards. Yeah, man. That worked. See my medics, they got 4 kills. They're doing fine. They're doing all right. They're doing work. They're doing some healing. And now that there's 2 of them, they're maybe keeping each other alive too. Damage taken is nice. I wonder if damage prevented becomes a stat. Where I can maybe equip that or something. But yeah, I mean, look, he's working as intended. Took the most damage. Let's get 2 knights. Yes. And then we'll worry about getting some more medics in here too. You found some crap. It's never not going to make me laugh. Calls down a meteor that deals 114 damage to enemies on the location you're choosing, with its damage increasing each round. Dudes struck will be knocked away unharmed. Okay, well, I like what's knocked away unharmed. Heals half your dudes 50% of their max HP, prioritizing those that are most injured. Overhealing is going to reduce temporary health. I was not going to take this. I was going to take the damage. But the fact that you get a temporary health, like you basically get 10, in D&D terms, 10 HP, and that's not going to be wasted healing, I'm going to the healing potion. Oh no, I get both. I don't have to pick. So I just have both. I need to pay attention to these during the fights, right? Or is this, yeah, these are one-time use? Yeah, okay, hence the one besides it. All right. Oh, these gooses. Oh, these geese. All right. Yeah. So yeah, here we go. That's a prophecy foretold. I like that it pauses the game to let you do this. Hell yes. Suck on that, geese. The fact that it paused and let me do that, that's chef's kiss. I didn't know if I expected a tactical slowdown or just have to do it in real time and hurry, but the fact that you gave me the time to tactically do that, I love it. Thank you. All right, try with some more dudes. We definitely get with more DPS. We keep it. So now we have 2 knights, 2 medics, and a Viking. So now we're like 4, 2, and 2. You can only take one because of your tiny hands. All dudes gain cleave. Ancient sword. When a dude taunts an enemy, this is only work for the knight. There's a 2% chance for the taunt to pierce the underworld. Summoning a skeledude into battle. This occurs once per second. I don't have any undead, and I have the knights of taunt, and I would get some free undead out of this, but I don't know if that's keeping thematically with what I'm building. Wolfskin. Viking dudes gain 20% of their yeah, see this? All dudes gaining cleave is cool. That's everything, but I've invested in my Viking dudes, right? So I have 4 of them now. They gain 20% max HP, and Berserk grants toughness. Yeah, we're going with this. Make them more resilient. Love it. I really like this. This is surprising me how much fun I'm having with this. I mean, I shouldn't. I want to give everything a fair chance, but like, I'm legitimately surprised, like, that this is not just a one-off, like, goofy, you know, meme. This is actually really cool. I'm sticking with these ducks, man. The enemy you know. Get ducked. I lost a Viking, which I'm not thrilled with. I did lose a Viking, which is surprising to me. Given that I have 2 medics on the job and these guys taunting, and we just gave them the wolf cloak. But it is what it is. Okay. I'm immediately gravitating towards the warrior family because that's my theme, but let's see what the samurai does. Every 3 seconds, samurai dudes dashes to the lowest HP enemy on the battlefield to help finish it off. So, okay, this is more of a tactical, execute warrior. Undead, when the ghost lands an attack, he has 20% chance to equalize the healthiest dude and the most injured dude, and then heal both dudes. Oh, that's interesting. When the ghost dude lands an attack, he has a 20% chance to equalize the HP between the healthiest dude and the most injured dude, and then heal them both dudes for 100% of his attack damage. So both dudes will get another HP. This is great, except like I don't know if I love that it's equalizing their health, because equalizing the health of one of my knights, like, are we equalizing it by a percentage? I don't know. Tempted, but I don't know if, and that gives me, and that's some good utility, but I'm not sure about that yet. And then the bard we've already kind of figured out. He plays a song that inspires 4 random dudes, increasing their damage and run speed, and it stacks. I'm kind of on the tear that we have already committed to doing a warrior run, and as cool as this is, I don't know if I want to start mixing in undead. That seems cool. I'm a little trepidatious about it. Also, it's only a 20% chance to go, where this is like every 3 seconds we do the thing. So I'm sticking with my gut and going with samurai. We're out of dude juice. We're buying more dude juice. Samurai dudes get 20% damage and 30% max HP. Yeah, but I only have 1. The knight dudes gain 10% toughness and can no longer be thrown by enemies. 515 of that. We have 2 knights and 1 samurai. And I like that it's back to giving us relics that we've got. Now I also have that dice, right? Rerolls relics in the stash, reroll flyers, and restocks inventory of the merchant dude. So how about this? This might be cheeky. We buy it, we reroll. We get another dude juice. Parry buckler. What is that? All dudes gain 5% chance to block. When the dude drops to okay, and this is, he has 24% chance to heal. Is this a glass half full? Is this a perk that's all the time or is it a limited use? And the meteor. Okay, it doesn't say consumable, it says relic. So this is all the time. When a dude drops to 50% HP, he has 25% chance to heal for 10% of his max HP with a cooldown of 5 seconds. So every time he drops below 50%, he has a 1 in 4 chance to do 10%. That's cool, and the cooldown. So is that a cooldown for that unit or a cooldown for this relic? Because if the entire relic goes on cooldown for 5 seconds, I don't like it. Whereas something like the parry buckler is just all the time we're doing work, Chief. And it's all dudes all the time. I'm going with that. Whatever, meteor consumable for 50. What a bargain. Let's go. I think we're good. So how do I close this? Dismiss. Okay, yeah. Okay. 32 rats or 76 toddlers. I've been avoiding rats at this time. I've got one dude down, but I'm not doing the dude juice for one guy because that seems like a waste, right? Because we do have two of them, but at the same time, it seems wild to me. Like especially if it does 5 dudes inside of combat, I think we're good. And we're sitting on a health potion. We're fine. Let's go. We'll go a dude down and we'll see what happens. All right, rats. Also, I really like the pause, so I can see like, okay, I'm losing my samurai guy, right? Which is interesting, and because he's surrounded here. So, how about this? Keep our samurai alive. We spend that because that 50 I spent on the meteor is a lot less than having to like revive him and spend the juice on him. So I'm good with that. It spent like a third of what we made, but still keeping our samurai alive was good. More dudes. We could go 2, 2, 2, and 2. I should have paid attention to the stat screen thing because I wasn't sure how much work the samurai was doing. I just knew that he got in trouble. Do I do another night? I think I do another night, honestly. I think having one of these little DPS guys, a samurai in the back, but I think the knights are doing some work. Keeping them alive. Yes! 1 wolf and 27 toddlers, or 3 dog-sized rats, 5 goats, and 10 mallard ducks. I've been going with the big money every time. I don't see a reason to stop. Now I'm 3 dudes down. 3 dudes down. I think I get everybody. I spend it. I get everybody back in. I could have waited till I was 5 dudes down and get the most out of it, but then I think I thought it was going to snowball very quickly from there. So I'm good with that. I attracted some more dudes. I think this time we get a samurai. Tiny hands, damn it. Viking dudes have a 50% chance to go berserk when the battle starts. In addition, dudes with a berserk now gain 10% of their max HP as temporary health for 4 seconds. When the knight dude receives healing, he gains temporary hit points. So I have to rely on him getting healing for this to work. This just happens all the time. Samurai dudes gain 5% crit chance every time they don't land a crit. This bonus resets when they land a crit. That's cool. And I have 2 of these, but I do have 4 of these guys, so I go with the needs of the many, right? And again, it fits my whole thing about survivability because now they gain 10% of their max every 4 seconds when they go berserk. Let's go. Big money. Hell yes. Hell yes. The strategy is working. It's coming together. The medics are healing each other. The Vikings are self-sustaining. The knights are taunting. The samurai are finishing off the low folks. And then from a damage to help perspective, kills, the Vikings are doing work, but there's more of them, right? I expect them to. But yeah, I really, really dig this system. Do the Vikings, so okay, what's interesting is healing done. My Vikings I should have a healing done for them because I got a relic now, so this seems to be an oversight in the development. Now that I've given them a way to self-sustain when they berserk, that should be counted as a healing, not just damage prevented. do. Well, okay, so it's doing his runic tattoo, so it's doing his damage prevented. I was looking at those healing. They're self-healing. Maybe that's me being pedantic. But I'm digging it. Okay, what do we do? So we have a total of 7, 8, 9, 10, right? 4 Viking dudes, 3 knights, a regular dude. That's 8. We have 10 DPS dudes and 2 medic dudes. I think we add a medic dude into the mix. Oh yeah! You found some crap. It's not gonna get me. Burner phone teleports a group of dudes to a location of your choosing and grants them temporary HP. So I can just pull a group of dudes out, right? I'm gonna check that this fight. I guess it is damage prevented. Okay, all right, never mind. I rescind my earlier complaint. Runic tattoo is damage prevented, not actual healing. I'm sorry for trying to tell the game developers that they were wrong when they were clearly correct. 4 dog-sized rats. Oh god, and 8 goats. Well, we're sticking with the big money. We've been doing big money. I'm gonna pause and hit this phone. All right, so that's a pretty good thing. So I could teleport all these dudes like to one side if I needed to. I'm not gonna do it, but I could. I just wanted to see the range. Damn it, I got I find myself I'm watching up here more than I am anywhere else, and like looking to intervene. And I'm really sad that I lost a night, but it is what it is. But yeah, look at that damage taken, man. They're doing their job. I can't fault the knight for taking that much damage. He's doing his job. I just got to make them tank here somehow. Hopefully get another relic that can buff my knights. Another knight would have been nice here, but we stick with our core, right? Because we got these guys now that, especially now that they're temporarily, they're all blocking. They're getting, yeah. We're invested. The knights are our core unit, so we stick with core. Mobius strip. Consumed using battle. Consumables used during battle, but 30% chance not to be consumed. That's cool. And sanitizer medic dude gains 20% max HP and he gains temporary health for 2 seconds each time he casts triage. That's interesting now that especially I have multiple medics. And when a dude takes damage, it drops his health below 30, gets 100% cleave. The cleave is cool, but I'm more about sustainability right now, and I think this fits more. So the medic dude just gains HP and temporary health for 2 seconds, equal to 10% of that max HP every time he casts his triage. Yes, we do that. We are down a knight, which is not bad, and we're going to get to the merchant, so I think we go with that. 121 toddlers or 1 coup. Okay, this is what I was looking for. This is what see, look at that. Look at that. Look at you guys anticipating everything. This cougar, 25% of damage dealt, ignores temporary health, which sucks because a lot of my guys are into temporary health, but there's only 1 cougar. Can we take the cougar out before it shreds us? It's a question I have to know, and this is a game about answering questions. We're down the knight, we're down the knight, we're down the knight. We got it. Stay on, boys. Stay on, boys. Stay on. Nice. I'm emotionally invested in the outcome of my dudes. This is a sign of a good game. Yeah, we'll take the reward. And we attracted some more dudes. We get another night. These are their baseline. The knights, we have already seen the work that they do in taunting. Very effective. Pound for pound, they're doing the work. We get another one. Dude juice, we buy. Dude, I can't imagine hitting a merchant and not buying the dude juice. Like, why would you ever not buy that? Versace relic. Samurai dudes gain 1% damage each time they land a critical hit. The effects last for the duration of the battle. I wish it was every time they hit instead of crit, because I don't know what their crit chance is only. It's 10%. So 10% of the time they'll get 1% flat damage. Okay. Lightning. Consumable, random stuns. Damage is split among enemies struck and increases each round. It's consumable. Consumables are cool. Don't get me wrong. I'm more of a relic guy. Consumables used during battle have a 30% chance to be consumed is pretty cool because that includes dude juice. And if you're telling me 30% of the time I can save my juice, that's pretty strong. I think that's stronger than buffing my samurai. I only got 2 of them. And it's not even an all the time effect. Where this is like, I'm gonna roll the dice. Let's roll the dice. Cool. Yes, I think I go with the idea strip. I think I talked myself into that. I had to adjust something here. My headset real quick. The bottom might be a strip. And yeah, that's all I can afford right now. I could get the bottle lightning. It's only 50, and you know, maybe I save for the boss fight even, but let's see, 2,500 damage to enemies at random and stuns them for 1 second. So 2,500 damage split evenly. The damage is evenly split among enemies struck and increases each round. So if I save this and there's one boss, he would take all of it, right? That sounds like a question, and this is a game about answering questions. I wonder if I could ever get a merchant dude recruit a merchant dude, and he does something, I don't know, like throws money around to hit people with bags of gold or something. I don't know, it'd be kind of funny, but the fact that he's another dude, I don't know, just made me think of that. All right, let's go. Okay, 4 Canada gooses, the worst of gooses, and 10 goats. We go big money. That's what we do here. Just watching my losses. 3rd guy down. 4th guy down. 5th guy down. We juice. 5 in combat, we juice. I was afraid. I wanted to use the juice in combat to get the maximum 5 because I thought, like, if I wait, yes, I could get 10 primarily outside of that, but I don't have a big enough squad where I think waiting for 10 to be dead outside of combat is an acceptable strategy. So per dude scores. Oh, okay. Look at you. So I can see like their average damage per dude. So samurai dudes they're still carrying it. DPS damage prevented per second. Yeah, because they all have the same block chance. I'm sure. Knights, man, like they're doing what I need them to do, which is cool. I think the knights taking that much damage is buying time for the medics to do their job. What do we do? I kind of just my gut says add another Viking. Because Mo Viking, Mo meta, but do I add another medic because they are holding their own and it's giving us more healing? We are starting to lose some dudes now. And I don't think it's a lack of damage. I think it's just a lot of keeping people alive. And I'm trying to look at this ratio here. So that's 10, right? And then 14, 16. And there's only 3 guys trying to keep them alive. I think another medic. That's kind of how I'm looking at it. Good with the horse. I hate geese, so we're going with geese. Lost a knight. Right, now we get. Regular dude wanted in my ranch. Free dude, sweet. Mob mentality gains 2% damage bonus for every additional regular dude in roster. Okay. We're down a knight dude. Big money. Look at the sustain. Look at the sustain. I was worried that since we didn't have a cleave in the mix, now granted it was a cleave that only activates when we get a low level, but I was worried that we did, because we don't have anybody cleaving and doing AoE, that maybe we get swarmed. No, not even. I shouldn't even have been worried, because the boys they're putting out the damage and they've got enough sustain between the temporary hit points and the berserk Vikings are getting back, and because of the healing being done. Beautiful. The damage prevented, exceptional. Great, you know what I mean? They're doing it. Look at that. I'm so proud of these boys, these dudes. Okay. Spartan dudes are another warrior dude we do not have in the mix yet, and they have a 20% chance to block attacks aimed. That is more damage prevented from my dudes. I like that. Ninja dudes. They're another warrior side, so we can consider when his attack lands a critical hit. So we're already talking 10% of the time. The ninja do those 2 shurikens at nearby enemies, so that's a little bit of an AoE. Dealing 50% attack damage to each enemy that they pass through. Shurikens can hit up to 4 enemies before they break. This is more flat damage prevented. Warlock dude, I'll read it just to be fair. They made a pact with an evil being. 90% of his damage taken gets stored in his pact and spread out over 4 seconds. That's cool. If I was building a fantasy roster, I would consider him. But I am trying to stay true to the warrior at this point. Like 16 warriors, I'm trying to stay true to. So when his attack lands a crit, so 10% of the time, he'll throw shurikens, 2 of them, at nearby enemies, dealing 50% attack damage to each enemy they pass through. And they can hit up to 4 enemies, so that can hit theoretically up to 8 enemies. And I was just saying we don't really have any AoE. I love this, but it's still 20% chance to block, and they have to be nearby proximity. And I don't know what nearby means. So as much as I love the fantasy of bringing on Leonidas, the fact that this fills a hole in our roster in terms of like creating some area of effect, I go with the ninja. Oh yeah, oh yeah. The Mallard Ducks or Kennedy Gooses and 5 dog side rounds. We go big money. That's what we do. How many rounds until my knight gets back up? Is there a, I don't know that I saw that, but it didn't seem like they were permanently down. Ah, your custodies will recover soon. I'm almost sure of it. So 2 rounds, he's back. I appreciate that. I'm gonna take a quick drink. Sorry, my throat was getting a little scratchy, and I want to start coughing on you all. So we're going with Mallard Ducks. Let's go. I'm already losing another night, and I don't like that. So we are going to. I'm close to getting a night back. I don't want to do that. So what do? Health potion heals half your dudes. Do I prioritize those who are the most hurt? I'm only really or just phone call and drop dudes to another location. Where's my knight that's hurt? Do I see? No. Can I get all my knights? I can't see which one is even hurt. Right? I can't prioritize. I can't see their health. So let's go with that. Did it do it? The knights are just too good. They're too brave. They take so much damage, tanking so much. I really need some more relics for knights that increases their block chance just for the knights. I need some more temporary damage mitigation or some sort of mitigation or temporary health points or something for the knights. Because they're just getting worked. And I don't think it's the medics are like not doing their job. You know, it's just that they're just very good at doing their designed role. We get another knight. We get another knight at this point. I'm convinced. I know the Vikings are, well, the idea being if the more knights I have, if I have equal number of knights and medics, then there's less targets for them to have to heal because all the damage is being concentrated. That's the theory. Another 3. Viking dudes automatically enter Berserk when they take damage. It drops them below 50% and again at 25%. And they already have something that is when they gain Berserk. Anytime they go to Berserk, they're gaining 10% max HP. So this is another 2 breakpoints to go Berserk and gain HP. That's cool. All dudes gain 5% crit chance though. And everybody gets 5%. When any dude gets knocked out, all active dudes gain 3% damage for the rest of the battle. That's cool, and if the fact that it can stack, I love it, but it only activates when you're losing, and I don't like building for loss. I like build to win. Dudes, of which I have 6, automatically enter Berserk when they take damage that drops them below 50% HP. Now, the Knights are doing their job. If this was a Knight Relic, I'd be all over this, because the Knights will take damage. That's their job. But if the Knights fall, see, this incentivizes me to get more Vikings, right? Because this is their self-mitigation, which takes pressure off the healers. That's still pretty cool. The fact that it really has synergizes really well with Runic Tattoo. That they'll automatically get 10% max HP as temp health, and this gives them a chance to get other chances to get temp health. It is kind of a lose. Hey, if you're losing, it activates though. So am I being hypocritical, or am I being smart? Or should we just take all the 5 crit chance because the best defense is a good offense, and this gives us everybody 5% chance to crit? I think I go with this. I'd rather take the thing that does the thing all the time. Maybe I screwed up. Maybe I should have went with the synergy, but oh, the Knight's kind of kicked up back there, man. Good job. I guess you're doing a lot of squats. Carrying all that armor around. All right, cool. 28 gooses or an alpha wolf. Well, sometimes see got an injured dudes and leap on them. Being taunted will override this behavior, which again is riding on my Knight to do their job. My knockout report. If I can get through this round, get everybody back. Now, is this the time that I play it safe, or do I rely on my 4 living Knights to keep everybody else alive? I think I go with big money because that's what we do here, and I think we trust the remaining Knights to do their job. That's what they're sworn protectors, and we try to take down this sucker. Let's go. I love this from Shuriken to fire off. It's just the wolf left. I have a medic that's low, and I don't think I hit the panic button yet. The Knights are doing their job. The Knights are going at their own. I have a Knight that's critically low, and I'm about ready to get a Knight back. Do I waste a healing, quote-unquote waste? Do I waste a healing potion on this? Because if I lose another Knight, then why the hell did I wait to get him back in the game? But I'm down a regular dude, too. Alright, now I'm into dude juice territory. Alright. Damn it. Okay. Look at the ninja dude, man. Only took 4 damage. That's great. And he's putting out decent DPS too. That's cool. Man, I hate losing another Knight, but I can't complain really. I mean, the work is being done. Another samurai or another medic? Another medic. I like the samurai. They're doing their job. But if you're telling me right now which one I had to pick, I would be picking ninjas over samurais at this point because of the AoE aspect.
Oh, yeah!
And we found some dude juice. We buy more dude juice. We're going to the boss fight. We use said dude juice right now. We want all dudes reporting for duty. What's the death mask? When a medic dude, which I have 5 now, heals a dude is below 25%. That dude will gain 30% attack speed and 15% toughness for 3 seconds. I wish it was just when they heal a dude, because that's all the time. This is sketchy to me because, like, if they take a hit that drops them from 26% to 0, then they have no chance to even heal him and it's done. So I don't know about that. This, however, is more my speed. If a medic is hit by damage for more than 15% of his maximum HP, which seems reasonable because it's not that much, right? He automatically heals himself for 50% damage taken, which means he doesn't rely on the other 4 medics to catch him. We definitely buy that. And we definitely buy this because these little consumables are cheap and easy. Alright, we ball. Yeah, let's go. And the boss fight is all that's left. Let's go. Which is perfect timing. So we'll do this boss fight, and then we'll end this kind of like first look at the game. I can tell you right now, I really, really like it. This is automatically wishlisted. I'm automatically picking this up when it comes out, especially if this ends up on Steam Deck. I'm telling you right now, spoiler alert, I like this game a lot. Alright, let's go. Wow, we're losing guys. Okay. We hit this, and I'm on 3-second cooldown. Losing so many dudes. Teleport dudes. Oh, I have to select dudes. Oh, no. I'm just gonna heal again. Man, that was a lot. 258 bees were wrecking the hell out of us. I was expecting, I should have, and I didn't even use my big damage consumable. Man, why didn't I think about that? I guess I was just like expecting a boss fight. I wasn't even prepared. I was not prepared for 258 bees. My hubris, my arrogance, cost the lives of my soldiers, and I have to live with that. I have so many letters to write home right now. 2 knights fell in battle, 1 Viking fell in battle, 1 samurai dude, and that's after we'll do like what, 2 at least dude juice, maybe a 3rd. Man, we're getting rocked. The damage taken, my poor medics, because the knights couldn't taunt them off fast enough. They were taking such high damage from all sides. They were just getting worked that the knights couldn't do that. They couldn't even taunt. Everybody was overwhelmed. Okay, so note to self, first thing should have been, the minute I saw that engagement, should have paused it and taken a beat and strategically just popped off that damage consumables, the meteor and the storm. I should have picked one of those and immediately popped that. Okay. Yeah, more Vikings, more better, because we have more things coming in their way, right? We do the runic tattoo stuff. Oh, you know what? Let's be fair. Let's get into that. They're doing work out there. Let's get them. Another katana sharpener. When a samurai dude arrives at his dash target, he gains 50% damage for 1 second. The second dude type on your roster gains 10% crit chance. Oh, that's interesting. It's interesting. Or loaded dice reduces the price of pocket dice by 50%. Pocket dice has 50% chance that it's giving the second dude on my roster more crit is cool. We're going with that. And more crap. Okay. So the second guy on my roster are my Vikings. They already have 20% crit chance, and you can deal double damage. And they're my heaviest invested dude. I stick with the Vikings. They're gaining. So if I were to, they have 10%. So if I was to theoretically, drag, like that, then yes, you can see like they're getting the 25% chance of the. I don't know who's getting it. Cool. Yeah, what a fun game. All right, dudes up. Last dude juice spent, but we get our dudes up for the beginning of a new round. This is good. I'm gonna end this here because this is a game I can definitely see. I will tunnel vision and rabbit hole, and just like another hour will go by if I let it. We completed a boss fight, went through the entire run. We got familiar with all the systems, at least the systems that have been introduced so far. And I think we answered the question: how many dudes? At least how many dudes does it take to take out 258 Bs when half your dudes are dying? But what a fun game! And the thing about this is, I've been going all warrior. Here, let me heap some more praise on this game. I immediately understood the assignment, came with an understanding of what it was. But even I booted up immediately. It was known to me, which what was expected of me. Like the UI tells me what's coming, so I can kind of plan a little bit ahead. It easily explain consumables, easily explain the relic concept. The choices of dudes that it presents are very clear, very distinct. There's a class fantasy here that is translated. Each of these guys feels distinct in its own way, both visually on the field and their abilities fill a very interesting like class fantasy role. I can see the synergies immediately. I don't have to think about it. I don't have to wonder too much. The relics that I'm getting in the store tell me very clearly what they do. And there's a level of tactical strategic thinking that I didn't expect, but I'm really, that's the hook, right? That's the juice. It's because not only it allowed me, and the other thing too, like it allowed me to set my own goal. I self-imposed that I was only going to do warrior run, that I wanted to keep my warrior theme going. I had no reason to do that. The game didn't tell me to do that. But one of the things I love most about a game is when you give me any game where that game is presenting me the option to set my own goals and to have my own, benchmarks or themes or things I'm working towards on my own. That's where I really get invested, because I can already tell you, like I'm sticking to this theme. Like if I continued playing, it'd be warriors only all the way down, because I'm convinced that there's going to be relics that are going to come along. They're only going to work with warriors, and when that day comes, my lads are going to be ready. But also, I'm already thinking about the next run. I'm already thinking about the fantasy run. I'm already thinking about wizards and bards and clerics. I'm already thinking about the undead run that I need to do. So even though I'm already enjoying this run and I'm already doing this, my brain, my ADHD riddled brain is already thinking about, hey man, what about that undead run? Hey man, what about that fantasy run? Hey man, that'd be pretty cool. What about nothing but wizards, man? Wouldn't that be cool? Nothing but wizards. Because that's what I'm in the back of my head. And that is the ultimate sign of an amazing game. A game that I can easily see myself like pouring more time into, that's giving me the chance to set my own goals, that clearly has that's delivering on the promise on the back of the box, and that has a great UI. The game is easy to understand. Where the challenge isn't just trying to figure out how to play the game, but the challenge is playing the game, right? And also, let's think about this. That boss fight I just had, my first reaction was what I should have done differently and how I should have responded and what I should have done. Like I should have paused and used my consumables better. So now I've learned something from this that's going to help me strategically get better in a game. For an auto battle, you think, it's just, you just throw things in a meat grinder and it's more of a meme. No, there's literally some strategic thought put into this, and I could have prevented deaths and really used my consumables more wisely. I'm sitting on these things. They're the cheapest things in the world compared to the dude juice. And what did I do? I blew through my dude juice in a panic because I'm a scrub. So now I need to get smarter and get better, because I have responsibility to these fine young men, and I need to be a better leader. Anyway, I'm rambling, but that's a sign of a good game, and I really wanted to give credit where credit is due. I will absolutely be playing more of this. What a fun game! What a good job! Hey, I really enjoyed the demo. I hope if you play it, I hope you enjoy it too. I highly recommend going out and wishlisting this thing. If this is your jam, this is fun. But thanks for joining me. I appreciate it, and we'll see you next time. Bye, dudes.